What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Candid Convos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. Say what's up to the people, Chloe.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome back. I know we didn't have a show last week, but we back.
Folks was mad about
We
that too. They
back.
was mad about that, but like I said, we back. It's Wednesday. We back for another one. Yeah, so we back in the building. Like I said, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Well, I think that's Vince checking in. Let's see. Vince, what's
Hello,
good, man?
hello.
What's going on with you, brother? You all right?
I'm doing good.
Good stuff, man. Glad you're here, man. Let's say, folks, as we just talking about the fact that folks was a little hot with us last week for missing a day, man. What you think about that, man?
Oh yeah. We have our points of view, and then we got to write them down, so we won't forget.
For sure. But like I said, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Like I said, we are definitely live right now on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as well. So definitely like, share, and subscribe. Man, they checking in already. Shout out to my guy Donovan. He said, "What up, though? What's going on with you, brother? Glad you rocking with us tonight, supporting the show." I said we got another one. You know how we do. But let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it, just to knock this out. I always forget about this. So this is how you join us on the panel. You drop this link in your Google Chrome or your Apple device, Microsoft Edge, or whatever you're using. Like I said, this will let you get on the panel with us right here in the feed. You do have the ability to cut your camera off if you choose, but we always encourage you to keep your camera on for a better show, better engagement. I said then too, to save you guys from having to do all that typing y'all be having to do in them comments. Yeah, you just come on the panel and get it off your chest. So we got this in all of the chat feeds, so you can catch it on the Candid Convos page on Facebook, Candid Convos page on YouTube as well. You can also catch it at the Quay Price page on Facebook as a backup. But then, let's definitely like, share, and subscribe. Share out the show. Hit that like button. Help us with the algorithm. And man, we're gonna get on into this show for the day. Actually, you know what? Let me do some quick housekeeping, then we're gonna get on into it. So shout out to our sponsor for today, Two Sons Juice Co., all cold pressed natural juice based in Metro Detroit. Man, serving up all the great products. I said I got one right there for you, serving up all the good blends. Like I said, benefits and all of the juice blends. Like I said, not just juice, but benefits and all of the blends. Like I said, and then the main thing is it tastes good. Yeah, that's the key right there. How many times have you went and picked up some juice from the grocery store, Trader Joe's, Kroger, whoever, and just cracked that thing open and it just tastes like trash? Like, how many times has that happened? So I promise you this. It's not going to happen with Two Sons. So definitely go check them out. The number Two Sons JuiceCO.com. The number Two Sons JuiceCO.com. All right. Shout out to our sponsor. Okay. Got some comments. Let's see. Kenyatta said, "Hey, everyone. How you doing, Kenyatta? We appreciate you rocking with us as always, supporting the platform." Let's see. We got another one. So we're going to get into it. We're going to go there. So let me slide over to my brother, Vince. I see a couple of my favorites in the background. See a little bit of that crown sitting back there. A couple of some goodies in the background. You got something good for us over there, man? What you got, man?
Well, first I'd like to thank my beautiful wife for my new camera and video lighting.
Oh,
she said she couldn't have me out here raggedy, so she said she got tired of my phone shaking. So she got me together.
Shout out to wifey, man. Shout out to wife. Listen,
He upgraded you.
Yeah. I was noticing a little bit of brightness. I'm like, Vince got something popping over there. So you got the little studio hookup now.
The light ring thingy. I don't know what it's called, but
okay,
you got me together.
All right, cool. Shout out to Remy. She checking in. She said, "Hey guys," I said, "What's up to you, Remy? I appreciate you getting the bro together over here. He looking sharp over here with all the lighting and all that. So good look, Remy. Good look."
Very
all
nice.
right, Vince. What you got anything for us today, man?
Yeah, I think I got a redo. Blue de Chanel.
Okay, yeah.
Classic. Staple of my collection. Very nice scent. Evening.
Okay, good stuff. And listen, I'll just say this. I'm actually glad that Vince has redone some of the fragrances, right? And what I mean by that is it's always a good look for a fella to have some classic scents.
Yeah.
Yep, and what I mean by that is it's not always a good look for fellas to always follow the trends. You should not always be focused on smelling like the next dude. You always want to stand out. So those classics, regardless of how old they are, classic might be 30 years old, but that thing will become your smell. Yep, you'll be known for those smells or that smell. Let's say it's never a good look to be the trendy guy bouncing from thing to thing to thing. Let's say those classic repertoire secrets. These are my classic scents. Cats know me when I come in the door. I said that's what you want to do. So I said shout out to them classics. I said I know all the fellas out here definitely got some of the classics. And I said regardless of what new comes out, you always gonna circle back to your classics. That's the key. Shout out to my guy Winfred Hatton. He said Dior light blue over here. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, that's really why we do this segment. Let's say we paying homage to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. He used to do a segment like this where he would, help the fellas out, you know what I'm saying, with some of the keys. How you dress, your ties, your fragrance, and so forth. Tailoring your suits, wearing clothes that fit. So we brought that segment over, and like I said, Vince comes on every week, blesses us with the new fragrance. Or like I said, he'll run some of the fragrances back, some of the classics. And like I said, we're just trying to help some of these young fellas basically step up their game. All right.
Yes.
So let me drop this off real quick. I think we had the link up for anybody who wanted to catch the link. There it is again, if you missed it. So we're going to get on into this show. We got another one. But you can catch this in all the chat feeds for anybody who want to grab the link. But definitely hit that like button, hit that share button for us. Help us with the algorithm. All right, so we got another one tonight. So the topic for tonight, men, let these chicks go. We'll run that back. Topic for tonight, men, let these chicks go. All right. So I actually got two videos I'm going to throw up. The second one is really going to be the hottie. But I got two videos I'm going to throw up because I think this is a worthy conversation that we need to have. It's something that I'm seeing going on, and I need to get down to the bottom of what it is because I got some questions for the ladies. Oh, got family in the building. Shout out to Isha joining us tonight, showing some love. Family representing tonight. Appreciate you joining us, Isha. Appreciate you joining us.
What's up, sis?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let me get on into this. So I got two videos, so bear with me. I got two I'm gonna run, and then we're gonna get into this conversation. Y'all let me know if y'all can't hear the video once it plays.
Let's just really break this down for a second. Black men hate black women. Y'all gave up on us. Y'all turn y'all backs on us. Y'all don't care about us. They have no idea how many chances y'all be giving these females. So much grace. Have no idea how many times you guys have been backstabbed, betrayed, burned, used, abused. Like, you guys, you put your life on the line, for goodness sake. Y'all are out here doing this shit. These are not one-off situations and now it's like, oh, fuck these women, I'm going over here. Fuck these women, I'm done. No, this is after years of tolerating disrespect. This is years after years after years of the same bullshit because it's the culture that's fucked up here.
All right. So that's video number one. So I'm going to drop this second one. We're going to go and knock these out. Then we're going to get on into this conversation. So let's say throw that in the back of your head right quick. what the sister was saying. We're gonna hit number 2. Bear with me here. All right. So I said once again, let me know if you guys can't hear it.
How come y'all are not shooting your shot in person anymore?
Because men have been told that they're creepy for speaking to a woman in public. They don't want to be accused. They don't want to be blamed of harassing a woman, because women are on this app saying that if men see women that they're attracted to, that they like in public, that they should not approach them. They should leave them alone. So much so to now, men are in the gym, and if a woman is having a hard time with some weights, instead of helping, they're going the other way because they don't want to be viewed as a gym creep. Men only respond to what women create. And you guys have created a weirdo, toxic environment where you want men to be men, but you don't want men to be men. So men are just like, forget it. Most of them are either done dating or going overseas.
All right. So 2 videos. Topic for tonight: men, let these chicks go. All right. So I know you guys saw both of the videos. The first young lady, video number 1, she was talking about the fact that, essentially dudes are dealing with a lot of nonsense, a lot of disrespect. They've been dealing with it for a long time. And essentially some of these guys have had enough, and they moving on. That's really what she was talking about. So this is not an overnight situation. This didn't just happen. This has been going on, but I think, fellas have kind of made their mind up. So they transitioning on the bigger and better things. Then you get into video number 2, and you have a situation where, and the brother touched on the gym. He touched on the gym and talking about the fact that fellas don't want to be looked at or don't want to be seen as gym, essentially gym creeps. So they'll just stay away from these women. They won't shoot their shot. They won't look at them, anything, because they don't want to be labeled, because that's, kind of what we've created today. We have this, guys are catching these creep labels or these thirsty labels and all of this nonsense. So they just stay away. So yeah, it's created a narrative. So now dudes are falling back. But the brother made a point, and that's really what I want to use as the foundation for this conversation. He said that you want men to be men, but you don't want them to be men. Yeah, but that right there for me just drove it home. So I want to get into this conversation. Do you think some of these fellas should just let these chicks go? Do you think fellas should just call it a day, keep it moving, keep it pushing, as we like to say, and just be on their way? So yeah, just based on those 2 videos, what y'all see, what y'all thinking, what y'all feeling. Listen, I'll put comments up as they come in. Actually, let me get this first one, then we'll get into it. Winfrey said, let's see, that gym stuff has gotten weird. I don't help and avoid them. I saw it happen to a brother the other day. A woman dropped her phone and she thought he was trying, he was trying to get her attention. She thought he was being a creep, so her phone got left at the desk. Man. Appreciate that comment, Winfred. I guess this is what my man was talking about in the video. Man. So let me go to the panel. Chloe, Vince, what y'all see, what y'all thinking? Is cats right to keep it moving? Should cats, keep trying? What should we be doing? So either one of y'all can go first. Just kick us off.
I mean, for me personally, like I agree with both perspectives, both videos, the female perspective and the male perspective. I think that there is some truth to both. Like, from the woman saying, hey, men are not just deciding all of a sudden to just decide to, up and literally go across the world to find a suitable mate. Like, this is after years and years of the conditioning that women in this country have had, that has turned us into these selfish, entitled, disrespectful, masculine versions of ourselves. And this is not just to beat up on women. It's like, ladies, I keep saying it episode after episode after episode of this show. And this show started out as a team, and anybody who's been following the show know that it had a different name and all of that. And this show has been on since 2020. Okay. This is the second iteration of this podcast. And I've been saying it since 2020. We have got to start looking at ourselves. We have got to start looking at ourselves and doing some self-examination. Ladies, literally, we have picked up some bad habits. We have picked up some bad traits, some bad characteristics, and we don't want to own it. We think that it's okay. Like, we think it's literally okay to get on a platform and cuss Black men out. We think it's okay to get on a platform, public platform. Millions of people all over the world can see this. We think it's okay to get on a platform and perform, tap dance for anybody who's willing to give us a like, a share, or a comment, and do something like, if your baby daddy ain't ish, clap your hands, with your child in the video. These are the types of things that I'm seeing. Black women, I'm sick of y'all too. Like, this crazy, like, no other race of people, no other ethnicity that I've come across just yet will get on these platforms like we do and just talk about each other, just air all our dirty laundry, and not for the purpose of actually trying to find solutions. No, we just want to make money off of it, or, we want clout, we want likes, comments, and shares. There's no actual conversation happening to try to move us forward or to try to change the narrative. We're just debating. We're just arguing. We're just fighting. And it's senseless to me. So any man that decides, hey, I just don't even want to do it anymore. Like, women all over the world, this attitude is not just an American mindset. However, it is worse here. It is so much worse here because of the opportunity we have available. We're a first world country. There's money and opportunity everywhere. And women, we have really been served some damaging narratives. We've been served some damaging narratives here. And the general consensus at this particular time amongst modern mindset women is that I don't need a man. I don't need you. I just want you around. But what kind of man wants to be around you when that's your attitude? Why would he want to be around you? You're telling him that nothing that he's doing is good enough because you can do it better by yourself. So he gonna leave you by yourself, sis. What kind of foolishness? And then the whole gym thing, like, ladies, I'm so confused. Like, we go in the gym with the tightest tights we can find, with the the bodysuit thing. It's not even a sports bra no more. It's a halter top. Breast all out. I seen one chick, she had a pad in her butt. So it was doing this like lift and separate thing. And I'm like, but then you don't want to do it to look at you? Like, make it make sense. I don't understand that. Like, men look at women, and women, if we're honest, we look at men. We notice men notice us. Like, that's such a natural thing. As long as they're not being disrespectful, coming at you, crazy, trying to put their hands on you or anything like that. If a man just happen to look at you, take it as a compliment, sis. What are we doing out here? I don't understand. It's crazy to me. And then, you get all dressed up, you cute, you and your girls go out and y'all wonder why ain't nobody trying to holler. It's like, it is a weirdo space. And yes, a man is going to follow a woman's lead. If you look like you don't want to be bothered, he's not gonna bother you. If you call a man a creep for trying to approach you to holler at you, he's not gonna approach you. Then y'all gonna be sitting back, where the good men at? Where the good men at? Where the men at? Well, you too busy dogging them out on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube for clout. So I mean, I don't know. Make it make sense. Y'all created this mess. I'm speaking to a specific demographic of women. Y'all created this mess, and it's up to y'all to fix it. And until then, don't be talking about when men decide to what's the hashtag MGTO. Men go their own way. Don't be mad. Go their own way.
No, that's facts. Let me get some of these comments. Let's see. Isha said, I totally agree with you, sis. It's all for likes, but they never think how crazy it makes us all look as Black women. Ooh.
Girl, them tights. Girl.
Right.
And then don't have no underwear on, or they put on a colorful bright underwear under the tights. The tights are see-through.
Right.
You don't want nobody to look. Girl, I'm looking at it. Come on, make it make sense.
Right. No, for real. Make that make sense for real. Let's see. Donovan said the question is when to approach and when not to approach. Let's see. There are single women who want a man, but if the guy in question doesn't fit the knight in shining armor fantasy, he's labeled thirsty or bothersome. Facts. And you know what, Donovan, man, that one right there, man, gets up under my skin, man. Where does this thirsty stuff come from? I need somebody to make that make sense. Where does thirsty stuff come from, right? Because I said, at the end of the day, if you're trying to get this fella to look at you, then how does that make him thirsty? I mean, technically, if we want to go that route, wouldn't you be the thirsty one? I don't know. I need somebody to make that make sense for me. Let me get some more of these comments. Let's see. Donovan said, there are women already in a relationship or marriage who don't get enough attention at home. So they go out exposed and flirtatious and shoot everybody down. No, I can definitely see that happening, Donovan. Yeah, literally playing with cats. Yeah, as they would like to call it out here, thirst trapping. I think that's the right frame for that. Thirst trapping is what they call that. But this is my thing. I said, and I'm gonna slide over to Vince. Do ladies understand what they're doing? I'm gonna let that question linger. Do ladies understand what they're doing? Let me slide over to Vince. You want to say anything, Vince, on this, man?
Well, I've definitely experienced the gym situation. I've held the door open for a woman, and she told me, "I don't need you to hold the door open for me."
Wow.
Has happened. I've tried to assist a woman who I've seen struggling with the 45 weight, and she said, "No, I have it." I think, and me and Remy have talked about this, that we have lost the culture of just being pleasant as Black men and Black women.
Right.
I recall the conversation that Kevin Samuel said. You were just smiling at a brother and not having the mean mug face.
Mm-hmm.
And we've experienced that, me and my family together. And they will look her dead in her face, look the baby dead in her face, and won't smile and won't just stank face. Like, when have we got to a point where we can't even be civil? Just smile. Just be pleasant. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of it comes from because they're not pleasant people. They're not happy people. So when they're out in the world, they're mean. I don't understand it. But and then I don't understand for the ladies who want a relationship and who want marriage, don't you want a man to approach?
We would think.
And so I did have a conversation with a couple of my gym guys, and they were like, well, she's scared to get hit in the head, and she's scared she gonna get. I'm like, we out here in Bloomfield Hills with all these cameras around, and she's scared of getting carjacked or getting hit in the head. I mean, I understand maybe if you're in a dangerous place, you might not wanna, but come on now. But you single and you want somebody, but you're not pleasant. You're not approachable.
Right.
And I've tried not to open doors, but I can't do it. I was raised better than that. It's just in me. I'm saying I'm just gonna walk in and walk through the door. But if I see a lady behind me, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna hold that door open.
Right. Facts.
And sometimes I've said, thank you. Oh.
Oh man, you can't
make this shit up.
Vince, you'd be like, you're excused.
Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Let me get this comment real quick. Let's see. Kenyatta said, my teen sons don't like holding the door open for women because women are so rude. I don't understand the rudeness. Man, this is getting wild. Let's see. Aisha said, let it go on her. Dang. Don't let the door hit her in the face now. Don't let it hit her in the face.
But you see what I'm saying? That's the point. Like what Isha just said and what you said, Vince, that's literally the point, right? This is what we're dealing with. Now, Kenyatta's saying her son's saying, women being rude to them, And Vince, you've experienced it, Wace, I'm sure you've experienced it as men, right? So can we now start to understand why men are just like, forget this. I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm tired of doing that. Like, I believe, first of all, a little bit of background around me. First of all, a little bit of background, okay? I grew up around the majority men. Like, and in our family, it was like a running thing. Like, it was men. Like, everybody was having sons. So, like, I have 4 brothers. I'm the youngest and the only girl. And, like, all my cousins were male. Like, so at the time, it was like a handful of girls. Like, it was like just like a few of us. And literally you can count on one hand. And it was just us. And we were all like different ages because we were kind of sprinkled in. It was all men. So my experience has been around growing up, just like around a lot of different male personalities. And maybe that's why I just really am partial to men. I had 2 sons. Like, I'm just partial to men. And I guess my thing is I don't understand the level of disrespect that I'm seeing because even though I had these varying, male personalities around me, like for the most part, they were all raised to like treat women a certain way. I'm not gonna, how they decided to grow up and do whatever they do was on them, but they were all raised to treat women a certain way. And I just think it's kind of strange because I think that what I've seen from my own personal experience around the men who've been surrounding me is that men, for the most part, want to protect women. And it's not just the women that are even in their lives specifically, just women in general. Men want to protect women. Men want to look out for women, like just in general. Like, it is a natural, almost innate thing for them. That's why you'll have a man at a gym seeing a woman like struggling with a weight and just run over there and try to help her, because it's in a man's nature to want to rescue women. And I just think it's weird that now women are saying, I don't want your help. And I think that we need to understand the precedent that we're setting when we start to reject the male nature. And the damages that causes. Because what we don't understand is it's the mindset, right? If you start to think, I don't need a man, I don't want your help, don't help me, I can do it by myself. If you have children, that's what you teach it. That's what's going to come across to them. Because it's your mindset, it's part of who you are. So when you speak about men, it's going to come out. When you talk in the presence of men, the way you treat them, that's going to be seen. And if you have a daughter, she's going to pick that up, right? So then she's going to now have a somewhat negative mindset when it comes to men, or a lack of respect for men. Even her father, for instance, especially if he's not in a home. And then if you have male children, they're going to see that. And then they're going to be like, dang, I'm a black man. So I don't respect the other men, and how much respect do I have for myself? Does that give me, or I should say it this way, does that give them almost a negative, view of themselves?
Right.
It's just dangerous. And I don't think that women understand that we do actually have that much power. We do, because we have so much influence in our child's lives. And like the man said in the video, men follow our lead in a lot of cases. So if we're saying this, if we're putting out, hey, don't approach me, I don't want to be approached, hey, that's weird, hey, that's offensive, hey, that's this, hey, that's that. If they're a decent guy, they're gonna be like, okay, well, I won't do it. And now here you're creating this awkward, weird dynamic where men are just like, I want to help her, but I don't know that I can. But then you'll turn around and say black women are the least protected. You're stepping out from under the protection.
Right.
You are literally stepping out from under the protection and then saying we're the least protected.
Right.
And I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. And then when we say, well, women, like, this is the bed that you've made, it's time to lay in this. They're like, oh no, but this is not. And then there's no accountability. There's no accountability. So for me, I just challenge women all the time. And I notice when I'm saying something that I'm supposed to say, I'm just gonna be really super transparent, because I don't care. I don't do this for likes. I don't do it for comments. I don't do it for shares. I notice when I'm really saying something that must be correct, because y'all log off the show. I see y'all. When I start saying something that must be correct, y'all log off. But then y'all want to know why Kevin Samuels talked to y'all the way he did. Y'all log off. Y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all literally don't want to hear it. Like the video we played, was it the week before, when she was like, we just want to do what we want to do.
Right.
We don't want you to tell us. That's literally the mindset. Everybody, first of all, that's a mindset across the board. There's men who have that mindset too. Okay, so I'm not gonna put it all on the women, but yeah, the mindset is no, but it was a black woman saying this. I just want to do what I want to do. I don't want you to correct me, even if I'm wrong.
Right.
So
that's real. That's real. That's real. Do you want to say something, Vince? You good, man?
Yeah. I think about it's two things that happened. I remember about a year ago, a lady said her and her mom, had a flat tire on the side of the road, and she got on Facebook saying how disgusted she was because men were not stopping
right
to help her. And I messaged her offline because we knew each other personally, and I was like, because men feel that you guys can be approached. Now, I remember the other clip where I know I posted on my Facebook page where the guy was trying to talk to a lady in the parking lot. And I guess that she thought he was trying to talk to her, but he said her tire was flat. But she wasn't going to talk to him. But since she knew her tire was flat, oh, now you can help me. And I think that's what a lot of ladies, that's their perception. Be a man, be chivalrous when I want you to be a man and be chivalrous. When I need you. Other than that, leave me alone.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with you on that, Vince. I'm gonna say something to that point that you just made. Let's see, Donovan said the divide comes from the mindset that women believe they are equal to men. Oh,
yes, absolutely, 1,000%.
so okay, but
That is so true.
I'm gonna say this though, Donovan, because this is my problem with this, right? Listen, this is directed towards the ladies. Ladies, y'all can't pick and choose. Yeah, y'all. I see a lot of instances where ladies want to be equal to men until it get hot. Yeah, they want to be equal when it comes to working these jobs and this so easy stuff. But when it get hot, I don't see ladies wanting to be equal. Yeah, when them shots get to ringing, I don't see ladies wanting to be equal. Yeah, when some dude busting up in the crib, I don't see ladies wanting to be equal. Yeah, when that mortgage bill come in, I don't see ladies wanting to be equal. So it's like, come on now, we want to pick and choose when we want to be equal, but then any other time, then we want to be ladies. And it's like, hold on, we can't pick and choose. You got to pick a side. Either we equal or we not. So yeah, good point, Donovan. Good point. But I had to just drop that out there real quick. Go ahead, Chloe. You want to say something?
I just want to say real quick, I'm sorry, but while we're right here on this, I just wanted to say this. Ladies, if we want to be equal to men, right? If we feel like we're equal, if we feel like we can measure up, and we're so proud of the fact that, we are out here getting these C-level jobs, we're executives, we're making six figures, we're business owners, we're the most enrolled in secular, in secondary education. We're all of the stats, all of the things that women always throw out, right? Yet, I'm just gonna sidebar there by saying men are still out earning us, ladies. Black. But it's okay. It's okay. I only have to say that because I need women to understand, like, I respect the stats, but let's just be honest. Men are still outnumbering us. That's still the culture in this country. Men are still, that's the hierarchy, right? But in any case, women, if we're six-figure women, business owners, we're ambitious, we're go-getters, we're boss bees, that's us, right? Then why are you worried about whether or not this man is making $250,000 a year? Why you care? Why you care? Because you can do it by yourself. You a boss bee. You know, you got it going on. You got this, you got that, you got. So why does he have to be making a certain amount of money? Why, it's just not adding up to me. Like, the math ain't mathing. It don't add up. We're still so very concerned about what he has. Yet all we want to talk about is how we don't need a man because we have this. And I'm confused. If we got this going on, ladies, then this is where we are. We're elevating, we're leveling up. Then why are we so consumed still with what this man has? Because at the end of the day, it matters. Because we still want them to be the providers. We still want them to be the protectors. We still want them to hold these traditional values, right? We still want that. We still want them to hold this traditional role of what a man is and what he does. However, for us, we're modern women. And, we don't want to be at home with no kids. Now we want a career. And we want this, that. It's like, I'm just trying to understand, like, realistically speaking, are we maybe unrealistic with our expectations? Could that be the problem? And I just think that we don't spend enough time thinking about what this stuff really looks like, practically speaking. Okay, you want a man making $250,000. Ma'am, do you know how hard it is for a black man to get to a point where he's made, now he's a business owner, that's a different thing. But for a black man who works for another person, another company, corporate, for him to get to that level, it takes some time. If he ever sees that, it takes some time. And now you're talking about a very small percentage of men, and y'all all fighting for the same man. And I'm like, okay, let's duke it out. Okay, we fighting for the same man. But sis, this is what causes the what you bring to the table conversation.
That's real. That's real. That's real. Let me get some of these comments real quick. See, Donovan said, if men and women are equal, there wouldn't be any differences in our DNA. Now, that's facts. Let me just lay this on out. We ain't equal. Let me just go and lay that out. Just for anybody who confused, anybody trying to trick themselves.
Nor should we be.
Right, we ain't equal. So let me go ahead and just lay that out. Let's see. Isha said it's these new age women so caught up in social media living fake lives for the gram. Truth is, they miserable. So they project that mess out to the others. Whoa.
That's true.
That's real. That's real, Isha. That's real. We see a lot of that projection. We see a lot of that. Let's see, my guy Donovan, he said modern women are at war with fantasy versus reality versus what comes natural from within. All facts.
Yes. True.
Yep, all facts, all facts, all facts. So man, I got some questions. I guess I gotta just go ahead and get grimy with it. So let me circle back. I need to know some stuff. So let me circle back to this whole gym conversation with these leggings and spandex and whatever they call them, butt lifting leggings and all this stuff that's going on, halter tops, belly buttons out, all this. So we got some ladies down in the comments. So I got a real question, because this is really tying back to the second video from the gentleman that was talking about women want a man, but they essentially don't want him to be a man. So my question to the ladies is, do you have a problem with a dude looking at your butt? Real talk. Do you have a problem with a dude looking at your butt? Ladies, I need y'all to drop a comment, because something ain't adding up. Yeah, so y'all get all dialed up, find the tightest stuff you can find, all type of whatever, slimmers, trimmers, whatever, waist tray, all type of stuff. But then you tripping out because the dude look at you. Like, make that make sense for me. So ladies, drop a comment, keep it a buck. Do you have a problem with a dude looking at your butt? Do you got a problem with a dude looking at your body? Yeah, I need somebody to say something.
Well,
this ain't adding up to me. Go ahead.
You didn't ask me, but when I go to the gym, but we did talk about this the other night. When I go to the gym, so first of all, men do look at women working out. Like, they will look at you working out, right? But I just think, honestly, from what I glean from when I go to the gym, and I might, catch, a guy checking me out working out. But to me, I think two things are happening, right? First and foremost, he's a guy, right? And I am a female in the gym. And I think that, men we notice each other. We're gonna know, like I might notice a man, he might notice me, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be anything other than we just notice each other, right? But I think men like to see women work out. Like I think men like to see women at the gym working out. Because what does that say about that woman? Even before he knows anything else about that woman, he knows she at least cares about herself and her body and her health, right?
Facts.
Off the rip, right? He knows that. So before he can know anything else, or even if he's, and I don't even think every that guy who looks at you is interested in you. He literally is just looking like you're a woman. He's looking at you. Like to me, I feel like you should take it as a compliment, like that somebody feels like you're attractive enough to look at. But so no, I don't mind if a man looks at me, as long as he's not disrespectful with it. Doesn't get out of pocket, doesn't approach me. Then and if he does, we have to have that conversation. I'm married, but if he just peeks and he looking at me, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. Like I don't understand it, ladies. Like, since when do we not want men to pay us attention? Like, since women don't, especially if it's not bad attention. Like, since when do you not want a man to look at you? It's a compliment. Like, take it as a compliment and keep it moving. I don't get it. Like, I think men like to see women working out. I think sometimes that's why they look. I think they like to see it. Like they like to see you. They want to see you. Plus, he might be watching to see if you need any help. If you lift, right, he might be watching to see, dang, does she need a spot? Like, or is she okay? So it's not always a man just looking because he's trying to, Google you. But at the same time, he might be Googling you. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't understand this resistance to men being men, and men doing masculine things. Like, I don't understand the resistance to it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But maybe it's my experience and always having men around me. I don't know. But I don't understand this new, thing about toxic masculinity, or when men start to act like men, like it's a problem. I don't get it. But yeah, it's okay. You can look. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be rude. Don't be nasty. But it's okay.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, let's say you make a good point. Let's say dudes gonna look. Let's call it what it is. Dudes is gonna look. And then this is the thing. Like I said, actually, let me get some of these comments. Then I'm gonna circle back. Let's see. Isha dropped a comment. She said no. Let's see. No, let's see. I do not. Okay, so basically, it doesn't bother her if a man look. It's human. We are attention hoarders, and if ain't nobody looking, you need to check yourself. Facts. Facts. If ain't nobody looking, then right. Some might not be right. Right. Isha also said, can't stop a real man from looking. Facts.
Right.
So let me say this, because this is what I think the problem is. Ladies, y'all can't control everything that a man do. Yep, y'all got to cut that out. Yep, if you at the gym and you getting your little workout on, you sweating, a fella probably gonna look. Yep, if you at the gym and you over here trying to bench press, 900 pounds, and the fella see you over there struggling, looking like you about to break your arm, he might step over there and help you out because you look like you need some help. Yep, if you come through the spot with your little contouring leggings on and all it is cheeks and thighs, he might look, sis. Yeah, he a whole man. Yeah, he's a whole man. Yeah, but then the funny thing about it is, y'all would be mad at fellas if they was saying or doing some of the stuff that y'all saying and doing right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and go there. Yeah, ladies walk around right now talking about these gray sweatpants, talking about checking out dudes prints and all type of stuff. If dudes start tripping about that, y'all would have a whole problem.
Ain't nobody looking at y'all. Ain't nobody looking at y'all.
Here you go. Here you go.
Not the cap.
Nobody care about y'all gray sweatpants.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fellas, drop a comment. Like I said, we done heard it. We know the stories. We done heard all the stories about these sweatpants y'all be looking at. Like I said, it's funny that you say that. I seen.
I'm looking too, sis. I'm careful.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I'll be looking too, sis.
Okay. Somebody keeping it real. Shout out to Isha. Somebody keeping it real today. But it's funny that we talking about this. I actually saw a story today about Busta Rhymes. Yep, and some chick ran up to him or walked up to him while he was walking his entourage and basically hit him on the booty.
Mm-mm.
And it's just like, but she wasn't expecting no repercussions. But I'm like, we got ladies over here mad at fellas because they're checking them out in the gym because they got on some
repercussions.
Yeah, well, she got a drink thrown at her.
Right.
Okay.
She got a little drink flipped at her. You know what I'm saying? Because Busta, if anybody know anything about Busta, he don't play that. That's about the second, third time I done seen something like that happen. Busta don't play like that.
Wow.
But she didn't hesitate. She ain't hesitate to run up to that brother, you know, catch that cat on the back. Like she ain't hesitate. But yet the ladies want to get mad at the fellas because they checked out your butt. Like, come on, is that what we doing? It's like, come on now. Wasn't nobody born yesterday. These whole dudes. And I'm willing to bet money the ladies would be upset if the dudes stopped looking. Better yet, they are getting upset because the dudes ain't looking. They ain't approaching them. They ain't trying to holler no more. What Cat say? They ain't trying to spit no game no more. They ain't trying to shoot no shots. They like, you know what? Let sis be over there by herself. Yeah, then the ladies come back like, what's going on with these fellas? Is they doing some slick stuff or something? Is they, you know, is he questionable? Then they want to question the man's, you know, question the fella's manhood because he's not doing things that men normally would do. So that's why I asked the question earlier. Do ladies understand what they are doing? Yeah, do they understand the environment that they are creating? Yeah, when a man is coming to come to your aid and you turn them down, then men are going to decide to stop coming to your aid, sis. Yeah, but if a man is trying to give you a compliment or speak to you, and you automatically think he's trying to holler, so you go into defense mode, well, dude's just gonna stop speaking to you. Yep, then you're gonna be wondering what's going on with them. Why they acting like that? So that's what y'all say. Why do you acting like that? Well, go ahead, Vince.
I think they don't care until it's too late.
Oh,
I think why everybody's still hitting on them, they can pick and choose who to be nice to. But once they hit that wall and start going to the islands for that BBL, because now they 40 and they don't have that flat stomach no more, and then they trying to get that old look back to try to get that same attention, but then it's too late.
Right.
So I don't think they really care until it's too late, until men stop hitting on them, until they stop trying to talk to them. Then they want to wonder what's going on.
Right. No, I would agree with that, man. But see, that's another part of the problem. Yet while some of the ladies are trying to control what these men are doing or control which men approach them or engage with them, ladies still got to understand that you can't dictate everything about a man. Mm-hmm. So when this man makes up his mind and like the topic says, lets these chicks go and throws up the deuces, then what? You ain't gonna be able to make them come back at that point. It's gonna be a wrap. Yeah, like Vince said, we hit that wall and all that attitude and all that disrespect and all of that. My man, he gone. Because at the end of the day, some younger chick with a better attitude
and a better booty.
Oh my God!
Oh,
That was good timing. But that's a valid point. Yep, a younger, more cooperative, nicer young lady. She said, "Hey, while you over there playing around with these fellas, I'm over here putting in this work."
mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be the difference right there. And you're not gonna be able to get these fellas back at that point. They're gonna be done moved on. Better yet, they're gonna be done moved on, got married, had some kids, and be living happily ever after. So let's call it what it is. You want to say something, Chloe?
I was just gonna say, when we were watching some of those clips of some of those women that were like, accusing dudes of looking, and the dudes that they was accusing in these particular instances weren't even looking at these women like that. They literally were like just in the gym working out themselves, and like you
Right.
like you might they might kind of peek over, not even really looking at them per se, or they might have just been walking past as the ladies were working out, and it just like these ladies are like, oh, these so creepy, and they were just being so dramatic. But I saw, this is what was funny, but then we came across a video where a young lady was at a gym and she was recording it, and she was a Caucasian young lady, and she was trying to lift. She was lifting. Now, mind you, if you looked at the weight, it really wasn't that heavy, but she was lifting, and then she just was like, oh, like she was struggling to lift it, right? And it was a nice looking, young man that happened to catch her over there because she was just acting. She was just over there like she was dying trying to lift this, 20 pounds. And so he ran over there and spotted her, and he helped her put it back up there. She's like, oh, thank you. And he walked away. He didn't linger, he just helped her and he walked away. And in her video, she put up the little tagline. She was like, I asked for his number. I ended up asking him for his number. And so it was a spoof. Like she really didn't need his help. She just was trying to get him to come over to help her. And so when she, was acting like she couldn't lift the weight, he did. He came over and helped her, and she ended up asking him for his number. But two things that you get out of that, like he came over and helped her because that's what men do, but he didn't linger. He helped her. He got out of there, right? Because y'all out here saying they weirdos. So she then had to go back to him and ask him for his number, right? Whereas maybe he was interested, maybe he was. She didn't say if he gave it to her or not. But now guys will have to question, in a normal scenario where they might actually want to holler at you, they have to question now if they should, or if they're gonna be accused of being weird. So this woman was like, no, I did all this work to get you to come over here. I'm gonna get this number. What that also taught me was, okay, ladies, this feminine energy thing is y'all gotta understand the amount of power that you have when you truly live in your femininity, right? It's okay. It's okay to let that man help you. Sometimes you might not really need the help. Sometimes you might not. She didn't need the help. She wanted his attention, and she knew that if he was the right kind of guy, if she needed help, he would come. So that also told her something about him. It's like, ladies, we're missing out on an opportunity that's a natural opportunity, right? Just us living in our femininity naturally is going to attract men. Just us naturally being feminine women is going to attract men. So I'm not telling y'all to run around here, acting like damsels. What I am saying though is accept the man's help. Let him open the door. Let him start a conversation with you. You know what I mean? Let him look at you in the gym. As long as he's not being rude, nasty, or disrespectful, what is it hurting? And you don't know, if you're somebody who's single and looking, that could be the connection that you need. And I just think we're missing out on these opportunities because of why. Why are we so conditioned to be, you know, always looking for something, always looking for a problem or a flaw, or, you know, where is that coming from? And if we don't think that we're not being conditioned to feel this way or think this way, then we're not paying attention, because we absolutely are. We're constantly being pit against each other. And for what reason? Now, y'all be mad, right? When, you know, some of y'all, maybe some of y'all don't care. Y'all be mad when y'all see a brother, a black man, with a woman from another ethnicity, or another background, racial background or ethnicity, different background. Y'all be mad in y'all feelings. But that little Caucasian girl was like, I'm going to get his number. Would you have done that? Or would you have been irritated that he came over to bother you by helping you? It's just something to think about. She went over there and got his number.
So yeah, so I wanna touch this before we get ready to get out of here. It's trying to keep us on time lately. So Donovan dropped a comment. He said, men are drawn to the natural state of a woman. The gym today just might be the only place where a guy can see a woman in her most original state. So let me ask this question, because I said this is actually a great comment. And I'm wondering if this is a part of the problem. So, you know, I know we're talking about the gym because that's what the gentleman brought up in the second video today. Are we seeing a situation where these women are to a certain extent defensive while they at the gym because they do not have on their costume? Yep, and what I mean by that is typically, let's say when these ladies are at the gym, they probably ain't got their lashes on. They probably ain't got their full face of makeup with their nose contoured. They probably got the wig or the lace front wrapped up in some type of something so it don't get messed up. So they don't have on they superwoman uniform when they at the gym. So essentially they can't front when they at the gym. So we getting, like he said, the most original state, or quote unquote the most natural state of how this lady looks. Sweat, musty, sweatpants, you name it. We getting a chance to see it. Could that be the issue? Because this lady essentially is uncomfortable because she's typically only comfortable when she got her uniform on. Is that what we dealing with? Dude, essentially, I don't want this dude looking at me at the gym because I'm not all made up and dialed up. Is that what we looking at? Now, I appreciate you dropping this comment, Donovan, because I'm starting to think there may be something to what you're saying. So ladies, let's say ladies in the comments, drop a comment. Is this a situation where the ladies are comfortable at the gym because they do not have on all of the artificial stuff that they use to enhance themselves throughout the day? Is that what we dealing with? Are we telling men that I don't want you to be a man right now because I'm not looking my best? Let me go to Vince. Vince, what you think, man? Is that partly what we dealing with? The ladies ain't all masked up with the stuff, man. So they want to dictate who looking and who not. What you think, man?
I think they just got an attitude. I don't know if it necessarily has anything to do with that. But another comment I wanted to make is that what I hear from a lot of women is that they don't feel like they'll have to do all that. They feel like a man is going to drop out the sky. And I'll be telling so many women this. You have a lot of single affluent men in the gym, because most men who make a certain amount of money is going to make sure their health is good. And they're going to be dedicated. Well, I don't need to go to the gym. I'm not going to do this. You hear this? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And you know who you see in there? Becky and I'm Raw.
Right.
In their little half tops on, and they squatting and smiling and getting what they want.
There it is. There it is. That's the
I
key.
just
Getting
think they
what you
just
want.
have an attitude, period. It can be at the gym, it can be at the mall, it can be at the gas station. They just have an attitude, period.
So man, you know what, Vincent, and I don't disagree, man. So I know we got to get out of here, but I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand this, man. Where is this attitude coming from? Like, where is it coming from? Ladies, drop a comment, please. Where is this attitude coming from? The fella's just trying to be nice to you, trying to show you a little love, trying to change your tire out. You know, trying to help you at the repair shop when these cats trying to get over on you and the fella want to step in like, nah, hold up. You know, trying to hold the door for you so you can walk in. He ain't trying to holler.
And I think that also with a lot of women of a certain age, that maybe could work for you when you were 22, and a man would jump past that and try to keep trying to talk to you. But you're 22 and fine then. But when you're 35 and you got attitude, I'm going to leave you where you are.
Facts.
And so a lot of the guys who will try to push over that is the guys that you don't want anyway.
Right.
But if you was just nice and approachable and cooperative, you might be able to get something out there. But a man who got options, he's not going to fight with your attitude.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, listen, man, I'm just trying to understand the origins, man. I'm like, is somebody teaching the ladies to be like this? Like, are they teaching the ladies to not be nice, not be cooperative, not be cordial? Like, I'm trying to understand where it's coming from, because I said that this is running rampant, man. Let's see. Isha dropped a comment. She said, well, if he trying to holler, let's see, when you feel like you looking tore up, let's see, they probably should pay attention, holler back. They think you are beautiful even when you don't think so. Self-esteem. Man, that's facts. That's facts. And like I said, ladies, that actually, if you look at this comment, that should tell y'all something. I'm almost willing to bet money. Y'all said, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm almost willing to bet money. Y'all get more hollers in y'all natural states than versus when y'all dialed up. Yeah, y'all probably get more hollers at the grocery store versus being at the club or something, you know, something like that. Like, keep it a buck. I'm pretty sure y'all probably experience more dudes trying to holler at y'all when y'all in some sweats and some whatever, some scrubs or some stuff, versus when y'all got on y'all after, you know, y'all evening dress, y'all stilettos and whatever else. Like, keep it a real. Drop a comment. I'm just curious, because I'm willing to bet that's how that go. Let's see. Donovan said, feminine attitude, I believe, comes from truth. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I said, in that mindset is key. Let's see. Winfrey says, social media. Let's see. Many women don't face the same facts men do. That's true. They reinforce that behavior online. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And I said, social media plays a part in some of this stuff, but that want to have that attitude still got to be there, because you don't have to be like that at the end of the day. Let's see. Isha said, yes, you're right. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. I'm like, y'all gonna get more hollers. Y'all probably get more hollers at the gas station, at the grocery store, the corner store, basically the places you least expect it. That's probably when the dude's gonna be like, hey, what's going on? Versus when you get dialed up. Yeah, when you done got your hair laid, makeup laid, stilettos, and you know, all of that. But like I said, at the end of the day, like I said, dudes appreciate women in their natural state, and that's just a fact. I don't know why ladies want to get away from that. It's just a fact. But man, it's about quarter to 10. Let's say we've been rocking for a little minute now. I want to do some closing before we get ready to get up out of here. So let me go to Chloe first, then I go to Vince, then we're gonna get on up out of here. Chloe, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, you know what? I've said so much tonight that I'm actually gonna switch it up a little bit, y'all. This is completely unrelated to the topic, but it still needs to be said. I don't know if you guys, because maybe some of you guys haven't caught it, but I don't know if you've been watching like the news or just social media news. But there have been a lot of train derailments these last few weeks. There's been a lot of train derailments The closest one to us was in, I think it was northeastern Ohio.
Yeah.
And the train derailed and it exploded and it is spilling chemicals into the air. So now they're concerned about the air and the water. Then there was another one in Houston, and then there was a third one in Idaho, and these all happened within like a 3-week time span. Then also today, I've noticed that there's been like literally within the last couple of days about 2 or 3 trucks on the highways that have also crashed, and some of them have also been carrying harmful, hazardous chemicals that are now being released into the air. I'm going to say this, and let he who has ears to hear and eyes to see, right? That we are in a very interesting time. I have it on good authority to believe that we are in what a lot of biblically knowledgeable people consider the last days, and not just the last days, but the last of the last. And some of these things that we are seeing are just fulfilling Bible prophecy. And if you're familiar with any Bible, end times Bible prophecy, you would know that we are seeing these things play out in front of us. We're also seeing judgments happening. There are people dropping, literally, people are being deleted. We can't say the D word, so we're going to say deleted. People are literally being deleted now. Young people, people in high school, people who are healthy, sports players are just dropping deletion on the field. And I think we have to understand that while this stuff on the surface looks like any other day, we have to see that this is not common and it is not like any other time. It is not normal. It is not typical. And we have to really analyze what's going on. With that being said, guys, I don't know where the people who watch this show, where they are on their spiritual journey, if they believe in God, if they believe there is a God. I'm here to tell you there's one true God. His name is Yahuwah. You may refer to him as Yahweh. Maybe you just call him God or Heavenly Father. But he does exist, and he is on the throne right now. And he is also in the judgment seat right now. And a lot of what we see is judgment. And at this time, guys, it's time for us to put down any idol and anything that we have placed before God. And we need to get back into our relationships with God. And I'm not talking about church. I'm talking about your personal relationship with God, and understanding that you need to be in his covering and under his protection right now, because it's a lot of weird stuff going on. And you need to make sure that you are under his protection. So whatever silliness you've been saying, or, oh, one day I'm going to get my life right, you almost out of time. Today is the day. So if you were looking for a sign, here's your sign. Repent. The kingdom of heaven is near.
There it is. Appreciate that. We appreciate that. We slide over to my guy Vince. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here, man?
I just want to say, can we just be pleasant to one another? Can we just smile? Can we just say thank you? Can we just say, how are you doing today? Can we just be cordial to one another, especially for those of us that are looking to be in relationships? You never know. That guy you smile at the Home Depot might be your husband. That young lady that you open the door for might be your wife. You never know. And I'll end that with that. But then I also want to give a special shout out and a prayer to the families of the Michigan State students that lost their lives, the kids that have been traumatized. If you have children, hold them a little tighter tonight. Also, we need to pray over our children. Pray for their safety and love them. And I just want to end with that.
No, I appreciate that, man. Let's say that's spot on. Let's say I appreciate that right there. I'll just say this before we get ready to get out of here. Man, how do we want this to go? Yeah, do we want it to improve? Do we want it to stay the way it is? Do we want our relationships to improve? Do we want our engagements to improve? How do we want this to go? Yep, at the end of the day, the ladies say that they want a real man. I hear that a lot. They want a real man. Yeah, but when that real man comes along, do you even know what to do with that real man? Yeah, do you know how to act? Do you know how to carry yourself? Do you know how to take care of that real man? Do you know what your position is along with that real man? So like I said, let's keep it a buck. Yep, how do we want this to go? So man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Kenyatta saying MSU strong. Like I said, definitely keep folks up in prayer, you know, as all of these things that are taking place. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, be aware. There's so much going on right now, from these derailments to these trains, to all these accidents, to all of our production facilities mysteriously catching on fire and burning to the ground. All of these athletes in their 20s and 30s and 40s literally passing out, dropping dead. Like, we can't keep acting like we not seeing this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, we be in these social media streets just acting like we ain't seeing nothing.
Right.
Stuff happening right all up in our face. Like I said, I done seen about, I done lost count of young athletes who have literally just been passing out, having strokes. It's literally been somebody literally weekly, sometimes 2 in a week. And folks sitting on social media like they don't see none of this stuff. Like they
Talking
just can't
about Rihanna.
Yeah, just can't put two and two together, right?
Foolishness.
Right. Just all in some other direction. So let's say for the ones who know, definitely continue to stay aware, put the pieces together. It's always pieces. Yeah, put the pieces together so you know what you're looking at. But man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Shout out to my girl Kenyatta. Shout out to sis Isha. Well, that's family right there. Shout out to family Isha in the building, supporting the platform. We appreciate you, sis. Shout out to my guy Winfred. Shout out to my guy Donovan as well, supporting the platform. I thought I saw my guy K Palmer on here at some point. I might be tripping. But man, shout out to everybody down in the comments. Shout out to Remy Williams in the comments. Like I said, we appreciate you getting Vince together over here. Got the nice studio set up going on over here.
My bar area.
Very nice.
Shout out to that. Shout out to that crown that's sitting up there too.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, this is Kandid Konvos. We do this show every Wednesday night. Let's say we are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. So definitely like, share, and subscribe. Let's see, Isha said, thanks, bro. I enjoyed the show tonight. I have to join again. Yeah, for sure, Isha. Like I said, we got to get you up on the panel one of these days too. We got to get you up on the panel. But like I said, we appreciate you rocking with us tonight. You rocking with us all night. You've been here rolling the whole time. So no, we appreciate it. But like I said, every Wednesday night, Kandid Konvos, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. So definitely like, share, subscribe. Like I said, definitely share out the show. Yeah, that helps us, you know, get exposure to more people. We want to get these great conversations to as many of our people as possible. Because at the end of the day, we got to talk these things through so that we can help change our trajectory. And that's really why we're here. So, man, with that being said, everybody have an awesome night, and we will catch you guys next Wednesday.